Today's Thursday, the 13th of February 2025, and we're here at the Nevis Athletic Stadium for another big event. It's the Gingerland Secondary School's annual sports meet. I believe that we are seeing the patron or patrons, definitely at least one, maybe two, in that general area of the tent. And we'll be getting the announcements as to who they are and some of their major achievements throughout the years. So we should be getting that shortly. The March Pass is upcoming any moment now, but we stand by. Last night we were here, and of course there was some issues with the lights, but I think they'll be trying to move quickly to avoid all of that. So we stand by for the start of this very big event, Gingerland Secondary School annual sports meet. But one thing I can tell you about the Gingerland Secondary School, they said they were going to start at 1 o'clock, but it's not 1 o'clock as yet. And the March Pass is well and truly on. We have Greenhouse, most likely the defending champions from last year. Then we have blue and red. We have the patrons, and we'll get the names sooner rather than later. We have the head coach and the headmaster, and they're taking the salute. Not quite eyes right, but should have been eyes right. Well, I think eyes right on behalf of the athletes. So a little bit of a halt. I think the athletes are a little bit dubious as to what they need to do, and so they're backing us now, so we'll just adjust accordingly. So I think they're going to have a couple of things, maybe the national anthem, prayer, and then the inspection of the troops.
Let all athletes run, participate with a good spirit and good attitude. Thank you. Amen.
We thank Ms. Christmas for the prayer. We'll now go to the national anthem. done by the patrons and also the sports master along with the headmaster of the Gingerland Secondary School.
So we are having the inspection of the troops, starting with Red House, the two patrons, along with one of the coaches, Leroy Chapman, and the headmaster. So top athletes in their day, the two patrons having the privilege here of being the patrons today, giving a quick word of encouragement as they go by.
Under the distinguished patronage of Mr. Sheldon Clark and Miss Romaine Clark.
Sheldon Clark and Romaine Clark.
The Gingerland Secondary School Sports 2025.
So Sheldon and Romaine are the patrons for today.
The inspection was done by the head sports officer, the patron, Miss and Mr. Clark, and after which the athletes will retire to their respective tents and we will have a start of the meet. Oh, sorry, we'll have the profile of the patrons.
Today, the Gingerland Secondary School pays homage to two stalwart contributors to the history of track and field at the Gingerland Secondary School, Miss Romaine Clark and Mr. Sheldon Clark. Miss Romaine Clark transitioned to GSS from the Gingerland Primary School, now Joyce Library Primary School, in September 1960, and remained there until she graduated in 1997. A former Red House athlete, she left her mark in the sprint events, more specifically the 100-meter and 200-meter events. Along with this, she competed in the long jump events. Her favorite coach was Mr. Lester Blackett of blessed memory. Miss Romaine Clark is currently employed by the Nevis Island Administration and works as a senior tax officer at the Inland Revenue Department. Mr. Sheldon Clark transitioned from the Gingerland Primary School, now Joyce Live Primary School, in September 1995 and graduated in 1999. His resilience in the classroom and dominance on the track makes greenhouse athlete Sheldon Clark part of the legacy of Gingerland Secondary. Sheldon, a sprint champion, dominated the 100-meter, 200-meter, and 400-meter races. His favorite coach was Mr. Kervin Wallace. Sheldon is currently employed at the Four Seasons Resort in the area of guest services. Our patrons today applaud all the athletes who participated in today's meet. Whether you are representing the Green Stallions, Blue Jaguars, or Red Hornets, give your best, do your best, and leave your mark in the track and field at the Gingerland Secondary School. May the best team win.
So the profiles of the patrons have been read. Miss Romaine Clark and Mr. Sheldon Clark.
That was the
And the
profile.
athletes will now retire to their respective tents, and we're going to start with the 400 meters events.
The athletes will now retire to their respective tents as we wait for the start of the sports meet.
So there go the athletes. Champion house, greenhouse, stepping out, going back to the tent. And then we have blue house. There is blue. Ever true. They'll be entertaining you. Then comes red. Certainly not dead. And they might just turn this meet on its head. Red Hornets.
DJ, could we have some mics down here, please? Everyone, and welcome to the Gingerland Secondary School Sports Adore and Astra Sports Meet.
It's a proud moment, unexpected, because we have a lot of athletes that we have gone through over the years, but pleasant surprise nonetheless.
Any records left at the school?
Nope.
No. Your favorite race?
I would say the 100 and the 4x1. Kind of partial to both.
Well, it's an honor to be a patron of my alma mater. I am thankful and honored for this experience.
What about your favorite races, the races that you excelled in?
I would say the 100 and 200 meters.
Any records?
None.
Surprisingly though, I am Romain, go to you. Idita Archibald has a record at this school. I'm sure you're going to hear it at some point since Columbus game. So how come you guys didn't leave one like that?
Well, it's for Idita to stand the test of time, so that's why her record is still standing.
Well, I want to say congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant day.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Well, we're about to have the first race for the day. It's a bit overcast here at the Nevis Athletic Stadium, but guess what? Based on past experience, once Saddle Hill is clear, no cloud cover, it means that there won't be any immediate threat of rain. So that's pretty good news, but it's already windy and a little chilly, and it's just 1:26 on the PM. So imagine what will happen by 5 p.m. Anyway, we're going to have the Class 3 girls, 400 meters. That's the first race for the day. On the starters' orders, Kervin Wallace and Delvin Phillip, the starters. And Kervin Wallace will be doing this particular race.
Do you have a radio?
On the starters' orders, just about to get going. First race of the day. Little hush here at the Mondo. We have some 6 athletes in this one. You get the impression as if it's going to be a fast out as well. They're off and running. So let's see. We have a Red House athletes on the outside, but it's early days yet in this race. Have to keep your eyes on the athletes on the inside. And so said, so done. We have an athlete on the inside making waves there. Well, as a matter of fact, 3 athletes closing in on each other and closing in on the leader. So she's on the outside and she's trying to stay in that position, but she is being closed in now by the athletes on the inside of the track. Matter of fact, they have passed now, so Blue House leading for the moment. And well, Red is on the inside. Let's see, this is going to be the telling moment now. But it looks as if Blue has pulled away. In the center of the track, Blue has pulled away. And definitely is going to take this gold medal. Lovely strides, lovely finish, beautifully done, beautifully run. And then we have blue, and then red, and then red, and the green.
So blue,
So
red.
the Blue House athlete taking goal pretty easily in the end.
The first event of the
Lovely
afternoon.
strides, I tell you.
400
Beautifully
meters
run race.
class for the girls.
They didn't
As
overexert
we
themselves
wait for
at
second
all.
event. 400 meters class.
We're gonna have the turn now of the class 3 boys. It will be the class 3 boys on the track.
And Maurice.
We have 6 athletes in this one, and a couple of them looking not much more than primary school athletes, but they're really proud students at the Gingerland Secondary School, and the little ones may upset the bigger ones, you never know. So we'll wait and see. Keep your eyes on the Blue House athlete in lane 7. Remember him as a champion athlete at the Joycelyn Edward Primary School. So let's see what happens today.
On your mark.
Well, class 3 boys, 400 meters, about to get going after a bit of a pause. So we're hoping that everything will be okay now. Very fine. Should be getting on the way.
Stand up.
Little pause again. Don't know if it's a gun problem. Starting gun has been an issue over the last couple of days. So starter will try again.
On your mark.
A little frustrating for the athletes and for the starter when the gun malfunctions. A little bit of a hush once more. This time. Clean start. So let's see.
57.04
We have
seconds.
that blows athlete, but he's on the outside. And normally on the outside, you're not too safe, especially if somebody is really quick on the inside. But he seems as if he wants to make sure that nobody's going to catch him because he's literally flying away. Still has a long lead, but keep your eyes on these 2 athletes on the inside. Let's see what happens when he turns the corner for the final 100. My goodness, he's really pulling away from them. I think this is the toughest lane, but he's handling it superbly because he's still in the lead as he comes down the final 80 meters or so. No, my goodness, he has run away from them. He has run away from them. He has totally dominated this race, and in my opinion, handling the toughest lane. My goodness, he ran away from the pack. And then we have the silver medalists. And then we have a sneak up. Look at this sneak up. Look at this sneak up. Look at this sneak up. And well, he gets ahead. The youngster did try though. One of the small athletes. And then we have Red House just cruising home. And then probably the smallest of the athletes. He's coming home to complete the race. Getting a bit of a round of applause too as he comes
with me this afternoon, and we'll be doing this
race completed.
ball coverage.
So it's the class 2 girls on the starters orders. They'll be getting out of the blocks shortly.
Set.
Clean start. So I'm not too familiar with these athletes, but keep your eyes on the 2 at the top, green and red. But then on the inside, as they make the curve for the last 150 meters, it could become more interesting. But for the moment, we have red and green. Red and green at the top. I think that these 3 athletes may not challenge them on the inside because they're a little bit out. Because I think the race is going to be between green and red. Red is more on the inside. So when they make that turn for the last 100 meters, we'll see who is leading. Green, pushing away. Red says no. This could be mine. It's red and green. They must be very good friends. They're running side by side. Somebody has to pull away. They're tired. They look as if they're striving hard. Red is leaning forward a little, pulling away. Red, little extra effort, pulls away, and green settles for the silver. And then we have the 3rd place, green, taking the bronze medal. And then we have red and blue. And then, well, that's it. Red House taking gold in this one.
Our sponsors once again for that race, Daniel.
Class 2 boys on the starters orders. We have some 6 athletes in this one. And again, it's going to be a competitive race.
Okay, so good going.
Let's see. We have red on the outside. Let's see if he can push out like the athlete previously, but no. There's a green and blue deciding nobody's going to push out ahead of us in this race. They're going to stay close. And they're more or less on the inside. So it could be pretty interesting here. So that Red House athlete might be in a spot of trouble. He still has a lead though. And let's see what happens when he turns the bend, because blue is getting closer, red is getting closer. But that Blue House athlete is threatening now. But red still with a little bit of a lead. Blue now pulls away. Blue House pulling away. He's being challenged by green. But it's going to be blue. No, maybe not. Green pulling close. Well, blue holds on. Blue holds on. And then green. He made sure everybody was safe. And then he came. So Blue's athlete really had a tough call there. He was challenged, but he managed to hold on to take the gold. Red House was leading initially, but just couldn't hold on to that top spot. Looks a little disappointed too. Well, it's the class 1 girls. It's the big girls. And let's see who is going to take this one. Some 5 athletes in this one. On the outside, red already. Deciding she's not going to push out, so she's just relaxed as the others go past her now. And there's a leader now. It looks like a blue greenhouse, well, the greenhouse athlete pushing away from the others. She has established a good lead. The others are in a bit of a cluster, so looking really strong as she makes the turn now. Looking really strong. Let's see if anybody's going to come back. Anyone in the bundle is going to come back. Yes, we are seeing a movement there. Red House trying to make a move. So that greenhouse athlete now is struggling slightly. She is struggling now. Let's see if anybody is going to close in on her. Well, we have a couple of athletes trying to get closer. All of them struggling. Red is just about in line. Red is pretty much in the lead now. Green is really struggling badly. And she says, bye-bye, I've given up, I've given up. She just raised the white flag and surrendered. She raised the white flag and surrendered after leading. Apparently had a little bit of a pull muscle. So she just waved the white flag and said, you know, go ahead, I'm gone. Didn't even realize there was one more athlete coming through. Well, here's where the big boys play. And we have a serious race on here. A serious race. I'm going to tell you why. Because all of these guys have been challenging each other from since primary school days. Out front, it looks like Ken, but Ken has the tough lane. It looks like Hendrickson cruising. He has long legs and he's cruising. He's closing in and he's on the inside. Ken is pushing hard on the outside. Then Kai and the others are struggling a little bit behind. But let's see what happens with that final turn. Ken still looking strong, but Hendrickson on the inside. This is going to be interesting. On the final 100 meters. Who is going to take this one? Hendrickson. Oh, well, Ken is pulling away. Ken is pulling away. It's a tremendous run by Ken. Nobody's going to touch him today. next week, no, the week after, Hendrickson takes second, and then my neighbor and friend and the others. It was a good race. It was a good race. It was a tremendous race by Ken. Tremendous.
Of course, we know that the Gingerland Secondary School, they will be getting ready, of course.
Well, the second lap just about to be completed. Red House athlete is still in the lead, and they get the bell now, or the whistle, to say that this is the final lap. The whistle goes, and she's still in the lead. Now can young O'Connor catch up? Young O'Connor is accustomed to swimming from Nevis to St. Kitts. I guess this is a different challenge to catch up on that leader. We have the others cruising here. Nice strides by the Red House athlete. And then there are two athletes way behind. But we focus on the leader. Doesn't seem as if O'Connor has anything left in terms of pushing to catch up. She is not pushing out. As a matter of fact, there's some other athletes getting close to her. On the other hand, we have the leader who is way ahead of the others. Here are the stragglers. They are here. They're going to complete the race, and that's important.
Next 200 meters, another 200 meters to go.
So,
the athlete of red is still there.
She is still moving along nicely. Red House.
Still looking pretty
and
steady.
There's no way Connor is going to catch her. Matter of fact, Connor is being challenged for that silver. Connor, let's see if Connor can pull out the stops here. She doesn't seem to have much left, Connor. And somebody has gone past her. So here goes Red. She has done a really good run, and she'll take the gold medal. Freeman it is. And I know who her mom is. That family, they are just super when it comes to long distance races. So here is Blue House, who went past. We understand that this is Grant, and then we have O'Connor. O'Connor has held on for the bronze. So Jazik and Mrs. Connor would be very happy. There's a little creep up here. There's a little sneak up. Oh, she says no. And then we have Greenhouse. Greenhouse, nice strides to finish. She has done pretty well. And then way up, just past the 200-meter mark, we are seeing two more athletes. So they are struggling, both of them struggling.
Two athletes to complete the race.
One of them actually walking now.
As I said, this is a race,
and the other one is still trudging along.
That you must be able to
but the other one is walking at a pretty brisk pace.
Good afternoon once again to those of you who
so
are already gathered here.
Hopefully
at the Mondo track.
Will soon be done.
You are in hearing distance of me.
Starts to run again.
We are inviting you
down
to the Mondo
is she
track.
going to try and sneak up here? She's going to try and sneak up. This could be interesting.
Yeah.
This could be interesting. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. Race on. But the other athletes doesn't have much left either. None of them have much left in the tank. They don't have a lot left in the tank, so Green just backs off.
Well done.
And so two of them have green, I think. Well, blue and green. And that ends the race.
Once you start, you should complete.
So after the 400 meters, red on 26. Sorry, green on 26, red on 30, and blue on 40. Keep your eyes again on this Blue House athlete. Shemero would have won the 400-meter race, and he was also a pretty good athlete when it comes to the 1200 meters, so he'll be wanting to take this one as well. So let's see how it works. 1200 meters, junior boys. Off. And Shamiro, of course, he'd want to take a lead in this, but there's a tall greenhouse athlete who would want to say that I would have the last say on this, but Shamiro has gone to the top of the pack and moving along nicely for the moment alongside another Blue House athlete. Green and red, not too far off.
And Runnings Grill. A big thank you going out to all the sponsors.
We're going to take the first lap as per usual, and then we'll be back with the final lap. And meanwhile, podium time for the athletes who have completed their races so far. But Blue, that's Shamiro, he's been challenged now. I'm not sure if this is another Blue House athlete. Trying to stay close to him. Green also trying to increase his pace, deciding we have to stay close to the man in blue. And whatever transpires. Red moving along nicely too. But there he goes, still with a bit of a lead, but Green making a move. And the others are not far off. We'll take a break. One of them almost wanted to stop there. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the final lap. So what's happening here now is that Shamiro is being challenged by the greenhouse athlete as we go into the final lap. Final lap. That's young Hendrickson, right? Hendrickson?
Final lap.
That's
For the junior boys.
Hendrickson. That's
1,200 meter race.
Green.
Sponsors once again, Ralph Liebert Powell and Runnings Greens.
Grandson. So that's young Liebert, Niger. He plays for the Easterns cricket team, medium pace and decent batsman. He's pulling away from Shamiro and looking as if he wants this more than him. Does Shamiro have anything left in the tank? And then there's a Red House athlete who is also making waves, not far off. Oh my goodness, Liebert has stopped. That's not good news. He stopped. He has cranked out. Oh my goodness. After running so well, he has stopped. He has pulled out of the race. He has actually pulled out of the race. That's not good news. He had a gold medal all wrapped up. Somebody's telling him to go back. But can you pull out and continue? I'm not sure.
120 meters.
I think once he walks off the track, he can't go back like that. But now, Shamiro being challenged by that Red House athlete who has run a strategic race here. Shamiro is trying to hold on, but that Red House athlete giving it his all. Shamiro is pulling away slightly, ever so slightly. He's going to take the gold. Gold medal. And then a good run by the silver medalist Red.
122 comes a third place
So
athlete
a little inexplicable there why Liebert pulled out. Even if he was struggling, he should have stayed on the track. He walked off the track, and the understanding is that you can't go back onto the track once you would have come off the track. You can't make up your mind to go off and then make up your mind to go back on. It doesn't work like that. And then we have Green coming through. It's a pity though, because Liebert was leading. Seemed as if he had the gold medal all wrapped up. But something just went wrong. His granddad would be super disappointed with that. Not that his granddad would have done anything better, but I'm sure his granddad would have been looking for a gold medal.
So that's it, it seems, for the junior boys.
Now the senior girls, they will be doing the 1,500 meters, not the 1,200. That's for the juniors. So they'll be doing 1,500 now. Should be getting out of the blocks shortly. Being asked to relax by starter Kelvin Wallace. Off and running now.
Our senior girls.
Here's where the big girls play.
Record holder.
And
Russell Liebert of Blue House.
Russell Liebert
Way back
still
in
has a record
2007.
here from 2007.
5 minutes 48.9.
Very good athlete, Russell Liebert.
And our sponsors for
Cricketer
this race
and
are
footballer. And former track star at
Sponsors for this
GSS.
race, our
So we have
senior
a
girls,
leader
1500
with
meters.
just a slight lead. It's not a
Joseph
big
Bible
lead.
Memorial Fund,
It's a slight
and
lead.
Ralph Liebert Power.
And being challenged. They're staying close. The other athletes in a bit of a bundle here. So greenhouse it is. Slight pull away, but red and blue
All right,
looking
up
strong
front
as
we have an
well.
athlete of green. It looks like green,
And then
green,
we have
red,
some others
red.
who
green.
may make up their mind a little later to get a little
Am I
closer.
seeing right? Are there no
But
athletes
for
of
the
Blue House in
moment,
this one?
they're just cruising.
Oh yes, we have an athlete of blue at the back here.
So
and
just
another athlete of
cruising
green.
for the moment. We'll take the final lap a little later. Well, as she approaches,
She looks
the
good.
sound of the whistle for the
And it
final
looks
lap.
like she wants to
We
lap
still
someone.
have a leader, but there's a greenhouse
Looks like she
athlete
wants to
cruising,
lap
getting
another
closer.
athlete of green.
Seems as if she's
Keep
tired
going,
though.
Keep going.
Seems
keep
to be
going,
talking to the coach,
Keep going.
but I'm being told to continue.
The athlete
Final
up front.
lap.
Final lap
And
for
then
this
green
athlete out
not
front.
far out, within striking range. I think it could be a nice challenge on the last 20 meters or so. My goodness, she has started to walk. And the other athlete just went past her. Seems as if he was trying to tell her something. And then Red House is trying to get close as well. So what's going to happen here?
Red is going to be lapping her as well. Here comes Blue House now in third position. So it's green, red,
Well,
and blue.
at the top, the new leader of the pack,
Green still has a
still
good
moving
lead.
along nicely. The
She
athletes
still
who
has some
started
energy
to
left.
walk is still walking.
Somebody's telling somebody walk fast. It's not walk, it's run fast.
So
This is
moving
not, this
along
is not
nicely.
the match pass. This is a race.
So just
And so the
about the
athlete
200
of green is
meters
out there.
left. We have
As
two
she
other
comes around
athletes
the
here,
200
very
meter
good
mark
friends.
now.
They're gonna come in together,
Red House
keep
seems
each
to
other
be closing
company.
a bit, but I'm not sure if she
And
has
meanwhile,
enough energy
we have
to overtake this athlete
the leader,
of green. I don't think
and
she
Red
has.
is making a little move. Red is
She's
making a move
increasing
here,
her strides
but
now.
I'm not
In the
sure if she can
meantime,
catch up. The
the
leader
athlete
is
of
slowing
green
up,
has lapped someone
but
else.
Red
The athlete
is
of red is
still looking
increasing now.
serious.
But
But
does she have
somebody
enough inside
may
of
have
the bag?
warned
I
her
don't think
that
so.
she's
I don't
coming.
think
This
so.
is
And for this
interesting.
athlete of
Does she
green
have
is gonna
enough to
cruise
catch up?
home.
I don't think so.
It looked like she's cruising home. The athlete of red is
I
closing
think
in.
that
Athlete of
green
red
is going to take
closing
this.
in.
So
But
green
Greenhouse is saying,
going
I
to
have this
stick
one. This one
to
is gonna
this
go to the back
leadership
of Greenhouse.
role.
And she,
And
does
she
so.
takes
And she gets the
goal.
goal. Brings the goal
It has
home
been
for
a very good
Greenhouse.
run. And then we
Green,
have Red House, who
red.
did a very good run as well.
And who is out next?
Crosses
The
the
athlete of blue who was in third
finish
position,
line
number
now.
220 of
And
green. Well
I'm
done.
not sure if
Number
this athlete has to
22
go
of
around
red in
again
second.
or if she's
Well done,
really in third
ladies.
place.
Well
May
done,
well
ladies.
be at the back of the pack, really. Sometimes you get a bit
Now we
confused.
have the athlete who was
There's
in third
another
position all
athlete
along.
walking.
She's going to come home to get the third.
That looks like young Virgo.
Once again, our
And
sponsor for this
she-
race.
I think she's the one in
The
third. I
Joseph
think
Liebert
this
Memorial
greenhouse
Fund
athlete has to
and
go around again.
Ralph Liebert
Maybe he
Power
doesn't
Racing
want to be
once
lapped
again.
as she starts to run
Here
again.
comes an athlete
But I
of
think
Blue House to take the third
Virgo
now.
is going to take the bronze medal. The other
Yes.
athlete has
Third
to
position.
go around again, sadly.
So it was
One more
green,
time.
Red and blue.
And then do we have a bit
Well
of a
done,
race
number
on here?
180
We might
of
have a
blue.
bit of a race on here.
That's the third.
Nobody wants
That's the
to be
third.
beaten
Get up
when
and
you
walk,
have
darling.
such
Get
a
up and
close
Get up and
race
walk
on.
around.
Two of them, well, maybe they're such good friends. Well, no, the friendship done.
Here comes
Red tries to pull away.
two more athletes.
Red will pull
Red
away.
and
Friendship didn't last too long
blue.
after all.
They complete
And then
the race.
comes blue.
Red and blue.
Well,
They walk
the
around.
athlete who I thought was leading initially, when she stopped, apparently she was behind. So She's not quite at the top as we thought. I think she has to go around again. We'll find out now.
Here comes now an
If she
athlete
doesn't
of
stop now, she was really at the back. Is she gonna go around again? Yes, she is,
She
sadly.
has another lap to go.
One more lap for you. Now, she could try to catch up this other athlete who is walking and has to complete that lap. Let's see if she can challenge herself to at least catch up on the athlete ahead of her. Well, sadly, she has started to walk as well. So, both athletes walking. Calypso Reggie used to say, who walking, talking. They're not doing any talking, but they're certainly walking.
Yes, we're still with the 1500.
Well, the two athletes, they have caught up with each other. And we might have a challenge here. Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen? Anybody going to pull away? Or maybe they have planned that we're going to stay together. We're on the same house. And we're just going to stay together. Anybody going to pull away? Anybody? Yes. Well. Oh, they're friends. They're friends. They're very good friends. And deciding that, hey, I'm not going to come last at all. So it's going to be the turn of the boys. And interestingly, it looks as if Ken is also in this one. He's also a sprinter. So I guess he'll have enough time to between races to get prepared for the 1 and 2. But he's also doing the 1500 meters. So they're out of the blocks.
Here is the 1500 meter senior boys.
Let's see if anybody is going to take a distinctive lead.
4 minutes.
Ken seems to have slowed up. He's not overexerting himself for the moment. And so what we are having is 2 blues at the top.
Thank you once again to the sponsors.
Ken just cruising
more persons
for the moment.
To sponsor the races this afternoon.
And blue at the top.
Secondary School Sports.
Looking pretty strong. Blue and blue. And nice strides.
That leads right now.
So
leading the way. Blue House.
It's blue. Well, who it is? Shandon. The champion athlete Shandon at the top. And then we have blue and green challenging. And then, well, it doesn't look like Ken. That's not Ken. So I thought it was Ken, but it is not. We're going to catch up on the final lap. Well, as we approach the final lap, Shandon is large and in charge. Maybe not so large, though, because the Red House athlete is certainly looking determined and making waves. As we approach the final lap, the whistle goes. We have a race on, folks. That Red House athlete looks very determined. Now, Shandon normally pulls out the stops around the 200 meters. And he looks as if he's pulling out early now. He's stretching out those legs. And the Red House athlete seems to be tailing back. So after a serious challenge, the master, Shandon, shows that he's in a different class, totally different class, starts to pull away. But Red House hasn't given up as yet. He's stretching those legs. And every now and again he slows up badly. But he wants to stay close. Shandon now pulling out the stops. Look at him go. He's definitely a master of the art. Look at Shandon go. Shandon, champion athlete he is. Here he comes. My goodness, what a run. What a run by Shandon. Gets a round of applause as he storms home. He is certainly in a different class by himself. Shandon takes gold. And this Red House athlete, who really did a good run, but he just couldn't match the master on the day. Another day he'll take gold. Today he'll take silver as he comes in.
Second place in the
so Red House.
Senior boys, Red House.
And then finishing nicely at a nice clip. Looks like blue, and he will take the bronze medal, striding pretty nicely as he comes home. And here he comes. Bronze medal locked in. Do we have a race on here between these two athletes? Do we have a challenge? Do we have a challenge? Red doesn't seem to have enough gas. Blue says, I'm not going to let you catch me. And so he takes the fourth spot. And then Red tried hard, but didn't have enough left in the tank. And then Green, giving it his all as well as he comes through.
Greenhouse coming in third place.
So there's Green, and then we have, I believe it's Red House. Nice long strides, finishing at a good pace. Pretty good pace this. And that's the important thing. Even though you didn't get in the top three, at least you give your house a point.
Cheryl Sutton and Aftermath.
And then we have the final athlete coming through. Of course, you have to have somebody at the back of the pack to make sure that everybody else in front is okay. Question is though, who's going to guard the guard? Who looks after the last placer?
And in the meantime, we can tell you that the winners are now Romaine Clark. And so our first, second,
so we
and
have
third place
the
winners.
medals being
First,
placed by the
young Freeman with an outstanding run of Blue House.
patrons
Second,
for today.
Of Red House, and third, the athlete of Greenhouse. And so the athletes are now receiving their.
It's the turn of the 200-meter events. It's going to be the class 3 girls over a distance of 200 meters. And expect another close finish here. I think it's going to be a good one.
Set.
The clean start. So let's see who is going to lead in this one. Looks like a Red House athlete with a little lead, but passed now by a Blue. She's rushing around the track, looking really good here. But then Blue and Blue. It looks as if it's going to be Blue and Blue. Who is going to take it? Blue on in the middle of the track, Blue on the outside, but it looks as if Blue on the outside is pulling away. Champion run by Blue, then Red.
Well done.
And Red, green.
Oh, it's blue, red. Blue, red. Well done. Blue,
so
red.
that Blue House athlete certainly
Wonderful race.
pulled away from the pack.
Blue House.
Tremendous run.
Out for action this afternoon. They have been dominating so far.
So tremendous run by 103.
Dominating so far. The last update we had on the score is Blue.
We're going to have the class 3 boys now over a distance of 200 meters.
Set.
Class 2 boys.
Start. Let's see who is leading now. Looking fast, but it's still early. But on the inside now, where it looks as if 2 Blue House athletes. It looks as if Red on the inside, looking dangerous. So Blue and Green, Blue and Red, sorry, Blue and Red, Blue and Red, Blue and Red. It's Red, a little lead. The Red, Blue, and then Blue, and Green, Red. Fast-paced one, that.
That race was sponsored by Idris Mills and Mrs. Look North. Once again, class 3
don't
boys,
think he was running in
200
track
meters,
shoes. So imagine if he had track
Idris
shoes.
Mills will be sponsored by PJ's Auto and Painting Services, Shalissa Bartlett, Fredicia, and Corey Liburd. Class.
Now it's going to be the turn of the class 2 girls over a distance of 200 meters. And from this distance, we are seeing some 6 athletes.
Check one.
And it's going to be another fast-paced one, folks. Crowd building up nicely. And we'll get even better after 4 o'clock.
And they are off.
The 200 meters, class 2 boys.
Let's see who's going to lead in this one. Red has a lead. Red looking good, but on the inside is red. Red on the outside, red on the inside. On the outside. So 2 Red House athletes challenging each other, but red on the outside pulls away. My goodness, she has dashed away from the pack. She looks good. Challenged by green, but she'll have to wait till next year. So green, red, green, and then blue and blue. So very fast-paced race here by the greenhouse athletes. Champion run by the red house athletes, super athletes, obviously. So it's going to be the class 2 boys now. It's going to be another intriguing contest as the athletes will rock it around the track in a few. So the record in this one set by Jaden Hendrickson last year, and somebody would be wanting to break this record and establish a new one.
Set.
And they are off now. 23.67 seconds. Let's see. That's the record to be.
We have a blue house, then green on the inside, making waves. And it looks like green, leading for the moment. Looks like green, pulling away. Green, but red is challenging too, but green. It's green, red, and then the others.
And blue, respectively. That's the class 2 boys.
So very good run that by the, well, it looks like blue. Looks like a blue house athlete.
The record, but nonetheless, we still await the official word.
Based on the color, it looks like blue house.
The record, whether it was broken or not. It was broken. Okay, it was
125. Well, it's going to be the class 2 girls, and this one always piques my interest every single year because ID Chargeable has a record in this one since 1979. That's since Columbus came almost. I mean, this record won't be broken again. Whoever breaks this should be going straight to Cariftan to the Olympics.
Just have some 4.
But can we have it broken today though? Because this athlete on the outside is pushing along. Oh, it looks like Bob Pierre pulling out nicely. Here she comes. Beautiful run, beautiful races, beautiful races, beautiful races. And pulls it off. Brilliant run. It was a tight one, but Lani took it. And then we have the Red House athlete. She's going to stroll across the finish line momentarily. But Lani was pushed to the finish, but Lani pulled it off. And so it was a brilliant run that. Still has it from primary school days until now. Still running well. Well, I'm going to tell you, as the Class 1 girls get their medals, one of the big races for the day is coming up because we haven't seen Jorik Daniel as yet. But Jorik Daniel will be in this one for the Class 1 boys. And also in this one is Ken, who we saw do that superb run earlier. And also Jaden Hendrickson. So, and others. There are others as well. Kai in this one, right?
Here.
We might just have Kai and take one in this one as well.
Will this be a rematch for the 200 meters? We will wait and see.
Well, it seems as if Ken Ken might not be in this one. So I guess he's saving his strength for the 100 meters. But in Jackson, isn't it? Okay. So we have Dale's son in this one as well. So it's going to be a pretty tight race, this. It's going to be a rough race. Who is going to take it? Might even have a false start because it's all about bragging rights. But apparently Ken Ken is not in this one. But look out for these fast athletes out of the blocks now. Looks as if Jorik is taking a bit of a lead early. But look as it now. It looks like Jorik. It looks like Jorik. But Jaden is coming back. Jaden is coming back. Jaden is coming back. But Jorik is going to hold on. What a race. What a race. Well, Jorik was challenged. I think he might have done it, but Hendrickson really pushed him to the finish.
It was between Blue.
Jorik Daniel was pushed to the finish by Hendrickson. It was a race, serious race that. And he takes goal. Jorik Daniel takes goal.
So
Hendrickson second.
Like Daniel of blue.
So
of green. And
Jorik Daniel taking
finish.
that, and then Hendrickson was second. But that was a tremendous race.
Close one. The officials will have to tell us who won that race. So we understand that in first place was the athlete of green.
So Jorik Daniel first, Hendrickson second, and I think 134 was third. It was a quick race, seriously quick race. The best for the day so far in terms of the closeness.
So that completes our 200 meters.
3 points. Red Hornets. And leading the way, the Blue Jaguars with 71 points after the 1500 meter event. In third place, we have the Green Stallions with 63 points. Green Stallion, make some noise!
Green House,
Presently,
63 points.
With 94 points, we have the Red Hornets.
Red House with 94 points.
And leading the way,
And then Blue House out in front with 105 points. It's still a close race.
We also have to mention some 100 meter girls, class 2 girls, Kiara Hanley with a time of 1 minute 54 seconds, winning the 400 meters and breaking and setting a new record. And also a new record was set in the 200 meters class 3 girls, where Sean Sear Chapman also breaking a record. Track sir.
So we're going to go into the 4x100 meter races now, and we're going to have first up the class 3 girls, 4x100 meters. These 4x100 meter races, arguably, some people would say the most exciting events. I still feel that it's the 100 meter dash that's the big one for me, but some people feel that this race and even the 4x400 meter relay, that they are probably some of the more exciting ones. Well, we have the free house represented here. Red leading for the moment. It looks as if red is going to pass off first, blue, green. But now, here's where the cookie crumbles, because on this leg, it's a determining leg, I think. For the moment, it's still red, blue, and green. But blue is closing the gap. And a lot depends now on the speed of the athlete who takes this one. Red is in the lead now, but blue says, I want that lead back. So she's going to pass off the baton. It's going to be a close call for the finish now. Let's see, out of the blocks. Well, it looks like blue. It looks like blue. Blue tearing away. My goodness, like a jet plane. Blue just hairs away from the group. Red and then green.
So blue takes the gold, red takes the silver, and the green will settle for the bronze. The first 4x100 meters relay girls, class 3. And Blue House presently holding that record.
So it's the turn of the boys. Class 3 boys, 4x100 meters. And they're on the starters orders. All 3 houses represented here. And just about to get going. Starter Adelvin Phillip holds the gun aloft and will give the final instructions.
Set. Stand up.
Something went wrong with the gun as per usual. Here's another trial at starting the race.
Stand up.
Yeah, it's under some pressure because when you're thinking that you're ready to go and then not ready to go. Well, apparently the gun was muted, so everything is okay now. They'll be on their way shortly.
Set.
Clean start now.
And it's a good gun. The class 2 boys.
Class 3, 4x100 meters. Red pushing away nicely, and the red will pass off first, and then we have, well, maybe yes, red moving along nicely. He's leading. He's gonna pass off now that red house athlete, or maybe it's blue. I'm not sure. It's blue. So it's blue at the top. So blue it is, and here is a determining leg because blue is closing the gap on red. Well, blue. I don't think anybody's gonna catch him. No, maybe not. It's a close race. No, but tomorrow it is. He's pulling away. Storms away. Takes it with ease. Then red. Sorry. It's green, then red. So that youngster been doing well all afternoon. Really an athlete.
Once again, a big thank you to the sponsors of that race. Class 3 boys, 4x100 meters. Reverend Charles.
So we are having again some medal presentations after the 4x100 meters for class 3 boys. And upcoming would be the class 2 girls 4x100 meters. Well, John Prentice would be pretty proud. He's sponsoring this race, and his daughter, Kaylin, is going to be starting for, I'm not sure which house. Not red house, definitely. Maybe blue.
Stand up.
I'm trying to figure it out. Red is definitely in lane 3. I'm not sure which house Kaylin is representing, or the athlete in number 4. So just about to get going on the starters orders once again. So I think maybe we'll get back to that because they're out of the blocks. And right away, Prentice at the top. She's going to pass off first. So it's green. She represents green. So green flying out of the blocks. But red is chasing after her. Red is serious about this as well. Blue is struggling somewhat. But green passes off. No. This could be interesting on this leg. This leg is going to be interesting. This is always the deciding leg, I think. But I think green is going to be a runaway. Looks as if green is going to be a runaway in this one. Nobody challenging. She takes it, and it's a green thing. It's all green. She flies down the track like a jet plane. Even though Red is quick, Red cannot catch her. She's gone. Red gave it all. And then we have Blue. Would have been interesting if she had gotten it a little later, because Red is quick. Red closed the distance, but that greenhouse athlete held on.
And tours. Thank you to the sponsors. Up next, we're scheduled to have
you who are here at the Mondo track, those of you who are not here and you are within the sound of my voice, I'm asking.
So it's going to be the Class 2 boys now, and it's going to be another rapid one. I prefer to see when they have a close finish for that final leg. Don't like to see those runaway races. Want to see them get the baton close and they have an exciting finish. Let's see if we could get one in this race. I think the race of the day would have been between Jorik Daniel and Jaden and Jackson. Jorik just tipped the finish line ahead of him. So here it goes. Red struggling slightly. Green is getting close. Green will pass off first, and then Blue, and so out of the blocks. The crowd, they're getting into it now. Green, Red, Blue getting close. Blue is closing the gap. Blue has closed the gap. It's a very close one. This is going to be close. This is going to be close, I tell you, because they're not far from each other. Well, Green, then Red, right on his heel. They pass off now. This is the final baton pass. Who is in the lead? Well, it looks like Green a runaway again. Well. This is a clear runaway. And then the others.
Green, blue, red.
So, Laxman representing Red, I think. But definitely it ended up to be a little bit of a runaway, even though they were close on that final baton pass, because this man is quick.
Sponsored by Roger Finefield and Valuemont. Up next, we're going to have the big girls, Class 1 girl.
So it's going to be the big girls now. Class 1 girls, 4x100 meters. And more than likely it's going to be another exciting event. We have had a couple of exciting races so far. Still need to see that close finish. Looking for a close finish. Well, Green making up the slack here. Red and Blue at the top. But it's a good run by Green. She has done well. And so, all of the batons being passed just about the same time. A little bit of a stumble though, and Blue pulling away slightly. I think the determining leg coming up now. This is it. Whatever happens on this leg, it's going to be a determining factor. And it's Green, oh my goodness, is a long lead. Can anybody catch up? I doubt it very much, because it's a rocket pace here. My goodness, I think it's Lani. Nobody's going to catch Lani. Maybe in the next millennium. Lani, clean run, beautifully done. And then we have here's the race. Tight one between Red and Blue. Very tight one there with Virgo and her friend.
From my advantage point, Blue
but Lani ran away with it.
The bronze.
Once again, we have to mention the sponsors, Sinclair and Daniel Connor, Valuemart. And Class 3 boys.
Well, we understand that new records in the Class 3, boys and girls.
Yes. So the Class 3 girls run the 4x1 in 54.24. And the Class 3 boys run the 4x100 meter race in the time of 55.92. And both times that race was won by Blue House.
So we're going to have the big boys. And it's going to be another fast-paced one. I'm still looking for a close finish for first place. Got one for second place just now, but I'm looking for a tight finish for first place. We might just get it in this one. So here's where the big boys play. on the starters orders. Oh my goodness, there's a false start. Out of the blocks was
If you look at the finishing line, you'll see two competitors
in lane number 5, guilty of making that move.
Let's see which one would burst the ribbon in first or second. And when the big boys play, there's always some competitive action.
So should be getting back on their marks. Should be getting out of the blocks shortly. Just need to relax
On your mark.
and follow the instructions to a T. It's tense, really. I could say what I feel like, but there's a lot of tension there. You're listening for that gun. You want to be out of the blocks as quickly as possible. Let's see what happens this time around. This time it's a clean start. So what's happening here? At the top is blue, then following closely. I love this. We are having a close pass off. This is great. This is great. And nice movements here. Nice movements. I'm telling you, this is the determining leg, I believe. If we can get a close pass off for all three. No, my goodness, Blue is pulling away. Blue has pulled away. It might be a runaway race again. Let's see who is going to come through here. Well, Red runs away. Ken is in it, but Ken had no chance on this occasion, and very happy he is. It was a tremendous run. That's Postman Dale's son, and he's quick. The 100 meters is going to be a great one. The 100 meters is going to be a great one, I'm telling you. It's going to be great.
And of course,
stand by for the 100 meters senior boys.
Coming up on the 1st and 2nd of March. I think that's the correct date. Yes. And certainly
4 by 100 meters.
So,
senior boys.
Record just broken for the senior boys. And these boys would have done a really good job. Team Blue.
100 meters class 1. Senior boys.
But I tell you, Eric, it's going to be a ding-dong battle here in the 1st and 2nd. It's going to be a ding-dong battle here on the 1st and 2nd of March, Eric, with the Inter-High.
I certainly think so.
So now we're going to have one of those longer races. 800 meters, class 3 girls. We have some 5 athletes in this one. 5 athletes in this one. And relax.
Check.
2 times around the track. It's a 400-meter track, so 2 times around the track.
3 girls are off. We have some 5 athletes in the race. We have 3 athletes of green.
Let's
one
see.
Of red and one of blue.
It's a pretty slow pace.
Blue has been dominating
some athletes prefer to run away from the others. We are not seeing this in this particular event so far. Blue is closing in on the leader though. Just cool, calm strides, not hurried, just keeping it.
Blue, red is in second and green is in the cellar position. They are the defending champions.
The 3 athletes at the back seems as if they're going to just take up that position, maybe on a permanent basis. But up front, we have 2 athletes who appear to be ready to compete. So, for the moment, looks like Red House with a bit of a lead. Blue within striking range. The others are kind of increasing their pace now. But at the top, this is where the competition really is. So, we're going to make that final lap in a few. And let's see if Blue can increase that pace. Green also looks as if she might have a chance in this as well. I think the others are here to participate. Let's go up top. So up top, we see the 2 athletes close to each other. It might come down to the final 20 meters. If they stay like this, somebody has to pull away in order to make it a comfortable win. But for the moment, there's no comfortable win in this.
And they are beginning to accelerate a little now.
So the two of them still close to each other. Blue not making a definite move to try to get alongside as yet. Just staying close. And the leader is being closed in even further. Is Blue going to, well, somebody has to make a move. Yes, the move is being made now. This is the big one. This is the big one. The two of them still staying close. This could be interesting. No, maybe this is the race I was looking for all afternoon. Oh, but the other athlete has backed down. Blue has pulled away. Blue has pulled away. Oh, where did she have all that energy stored? She finishes with a flourish. Strong finish by Blue. It's red coming through for the silver medal. Silver medal for red, favoring her right leg. So maybe a bit of an injury. And then we have Green, who has done a pretty good run as well and completes the course. And then we in the back we have an athlete still, but then closer home this athlete will make it in now. Here she comes. Strong looking finish this by the athlete, completing the course. And then this final athlete, I think, is going to get a big hand. Well, she is walking for the moment.
So we have to give credit.
But I believe that she's going to run. With the kind of encouragement that she's getting, she has to run. So let's see when that run will start. Just recuperating from a grueling run, and she will start running in 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I guess I'll have to do 10 in Guyanese dollars.
Let's encourage us.
Let's see if she's going to run to the finish now. And Coach Chapman is beseeching her, begging her to run. She says, I'm not in the mood. Not in the mood today. I am just going to walk it in. And so here she comes, completing the race. Nonetheless, she has walked in, completing the race.
And she completes the race. She crossed the finish line now.
Well, this guy is doing yet another race. It's the Class 3 boys 800 meters. He is a powerful athlete. He has been doing really well all afternoon.
Oh, and how can I forget to mention, I was just told that the Gingerland Secondary School are also selling some delicious mouth-watering.
So,
off the goal, it's now our class
3 boys 800 meters. And we have 5 athletes.
And the record is
right away, Blue House, Samero takes the lead.
Set by Kenneth Liebert.
But that lead has been short-lived, but it's early days yet. I believe that Blue House would be running a strategic race, allowing him to go in the lead and then says, you know what, I am the boss. So I'm not going to let you run away with this one. But the other guy is still holding his own. But then Gross takes over. He says, I am the boss. You'll have to take second place if you want it, but definitely not the gold medal today. So he is coming along at a good clip.
Mr. David the deputy principal, Mrs. Harmony, and the
And
entire staff.
he's going to hear the whistle for the final lap momentarily.
In the meantime,
He's really been doing a fantastic job all afternoon. The whistle goes. Now green doesn't seem to have anything left. Red also did a fantastic run earlier. I don't know if he's going to make a late bid to try to close the gap on the second placer. But we have some other athletes still coming along, still deciding not to walk. That is good.
Young Arkaton.
So Samaro once more in the lead by a long shot now, and the red is coming close to green. And look at that. Look at that. Right on his heel. Pass, well, right on his heel still. Out front though. Out front we have blue. Young Atherton is going to do the final 100 meters with a bit of a sprint, I believe. I think he's going to sprint now. Let's see if he's going to sprint. He's just striding nicely. Hasn't extended that. The fight is between these two for the silver. That is going to be interesting. But no fight for gold. No fight for gold. It's all blue. He is looking at the crowd. He's asking a question. Well. Here's the fight. Here's the fight. Here's the fight. Well, young Atherton, I don't know who the message was for. That message was for UT? That message was for UT. I think UT had told him that he was going to come second. And he was looking at UT, hoping that UT would have a look at him. Said, where's the second? I'm taking gold here. So greenhouse it is, completing the race. And then we have blue.
And then we have an athlete of blue.
So blue house. Normally you have somebody who is going to make sure that all of the other athletes are good and safe. So he made sure everybody else was okay, and then he comes home. So this blue house athlete, the good thing is he has endured and he has completed the race.
That completes the event. 800 meters for the
lane assignment as we see red, in lane 1, lane green, in lane 3, in lane 5, blue, in lane...
All the lanes packed, all 9 lanes packed. It's the class 2 girls, 800 meters. It's going to be a nice one, I believe. I think they'll start wide and then all of them can go into lane 1. They're cutting in now to lane 1.
Let's see what would happen.
And so we have, that looks like O'Connor
blue
with a cool stride at the top, but being challenged. Somebody has gone past her now, and it's still early days yet in this race. So
remember, it's a race of endurance.
red in second. I'm not sure if it's another red in the lead, but they're in a line as if they're doing a bit of a drill here.
Take some deep breath and gather your strength, especially for the final lap.
So
39.93 seconds, the record. 2 minutes 39.3 seconds.
Here they come.
Karen Halliday,
still in that line.
That's way back when.
And
the record still stands.
Well, for the first time, looks as if we're going to get some rain. Overcast at the far end.
At least going to the last.
Well, let's see what happens here now. Still, we have the weather has changed dramatically. Sadly, it is still clear though, which is the good news. So it's blue at the top, red and blue. We're getting a couple of drops of rain here now. Blue still in the lead. Red, blue, Connor making a move. O'Connor making a move. Somebody goes down. I think she has called it quits. She has decided that this is the finish line. So I'm going to finish. No, she's going to continue. Is she going to continue? Yes, she is. But at the top.
And the athlete of...
At the top We have
away.
blue and
Followed by
blue.
red,
So
green,
O'Connor has gone into
and
second.
green, red.
O'Connor
Some of
has
the
decided,
athletes
look here, I
in
want this
blue
gold
and
medal.
red,
She's
they're
creeping up
walking.
nicely. She has
Nonetheless,
long legs.
The athletes out front. She's looking
And
good, but
she's
challenged
trying
by
to get
the
close. She's
blue.
getting closer,
The
is
athletes of
O'Connor.
blue in second
And I'm sure
position
Jazzy would be
as
playing
they
some kind
go
of music
the
somewhere in the
200 meter
stand
mark.
because his daughter is making
gonna
waves.
be- seems like it's
And
gonna be a big
is
battle at the
she's gonna
end,
fight back.
'cause I don't
No
think any one
fight.
of the
Yeah, a
athletes
little
will
bit
want
of
to give
fight
up this
still. A
first
little bit of
position.
fight. Is fighting
So let's
back.
see what would
Does
happen.
Connor have
They're
enough
looking good.
gas?
Coming down,
This is a
side
good
to side.
fight.
The
But
athlete
she's
has
crashing
given
out
up, and
again.
the athlete has
So
taken
both
over
of them
play.
looking tired.
Jeez.
Connor
Let's see what would happen in final. Oh,
on the final leg pulls away. Somebody's playing music in the stands. I believe it's Jazzy. Jazzy jamming some kind of music because his daughter's pulled away and will take gold.
Green and blue.
And then another race between the second places here. But at the top,
Oh, the green athlete has stopped it.
oh,
And
Green
she gets
pulled off a
into second.
sneak up there as well.
And so
Very good
blue
finish.
take the gold, green, silver, and
Connor
blue
has
will
taken
take
gold.
the bronze. And there's still
And
some
then we
athletes
have
on the track.
a Red House athlete coming
One
through.
is given up. I think it's
Red House
she's been
coming
attended
through.
by the medics. And here
And,
comes the athletes of red.
Nice calm
Number
finish.
4. There's still some athletes. It's a class 2 girls.
And then we have another athlete finishing pretty stoutly. Nice strong finish. Looks as if she was under some duress, but she's still completing the race nicely. And that's the important thing.
Other athletes.
And then the athlete who fell down, the good thing is she didn't go off the track. She continued and she's in the back. She's still running. But can she creep up on this one? This one is struggling.
First, second, and third.
Can we have a bit of a creep up here?
The medal
But maybe
podium
not.
where
I
they
think
will have
it's
the
too
medal
little too
presentation
late.
Directly after
So here
the
she
800
comes.
meters.
Blue House athlete will cross the line just about
There's still a
now.
high breeze blowing
And
across this ground.
some good news. The
well
rain
done,
in the far
athletes.
end, the clouds have
Just
cleared.
take your time
And you have to
take it in.
applaud. I
It's
think
still
this is the
waiting
athlete who fell down.
for the
And
athletes
she
of
continued running. So
green.
we say
Looks like
congratulations.
somewhere about 150
And
meters
then
off the
we
finishing
have Greenhouse. Greenhouse is way in the distance. For the moment though, if you look over here, the cloud cover has cleared big time.
Come
The
on,
cloud
athletes
is
of
heading
green.
out to the sea. So there might be
Just
rain
make a little trot
seawards,
and come
but
in.
definitely not at the Mondo. So
Just allow the
I
wind to
think
blow
this
you
is the
in.
final athletes
take your
as the
time.
wind picks up here
Even if you have
at
to
the
have a
Nevis
drop,
Athletic
that's okay.
Stadium.
Once you make it in.
And she seems
The
to be
athlete of
dragging
green, she has
somewhat.
done well. Give her
Must
a
have a
round of
little bit of
applause.
an
Bring her in,
injury.
bring her in.
She's struggling.
Injured,
Gets
but
a
she
round of
still she's gonna
applause.
finish the race.
I think the Red Cross would be on standby. The important thing,
Of course, we
she has
commend you on
endured,
your
well,
efforts.
not almost,
Oh,
almost. She's almost
you only
there.
have a little more to go, man.
She's almost there. Just walk it in. Just walk it in. She's going to take off her shoes and complete the race, maybe. I think she's going to complete the race without her shoe. Yes, gets a round of applause. She's really struggling. She goes down.
We're still applauding for your
I
effort,
think
athletes of Greenhouse.
she would get
And
a
that
big
concludes
hand
the 200 meet-
for that
200
effort.
meters class 2 girls. As we get set for the class
Seems to be
2
crying,
boys.
but she'll be okay. Really in serious pain here. Well, the class 2 boys, 800 meters. We have young Libert back in this. Remember, he tripped out in a race previously. We also have my good friend Donovan in this one. Donovan is in this one. And so that's really great news here with Donovan in this one. So, really good news with Donovan. And then we have Libert. And let's see if I recognize anybody else. Not sure. But let's hope that Libert will continue, no matter what happens this time around, that he'll continue the race and complete it. They get started just about now. They're out of the
As
blocks.
Class 2 boys are off. Some 9 athletes.
So
there.
it's a
3
full
of each house. 3 of green, 3 of blue, and
all of the
2
lanes
red.
occupied.
So 800 meters class
Looks
2
more than
boys, 2 laps around. This
almost looks
400
more than
meter
9.
track.
Probably about 10 athletes out there.
Let's see if the
Let's
record
see.
will be broken
Blue
this
House
afternoon.
takes the lead, and they're going at a pretty good pelt, I could tell you.
We have to keep our eyes on
Going
it,
at a
and
pretty good
also
pelt.
the
3 athletes at the
follow.
top staying close, and then where's Donovan? Donovan looking good. Donovan is holding his own for the moment. So, well, Donovan has pulled up
So
somewhat.
there's some 10 athletes
I think reality check now. Donovan is pulling up,
coming down to
but at the
wire,
top,
so I think
where's Liebert?
Blue House will want to maintain.
Is Liebert in the mix? He's a little bit
They
behind,
would have eased
but
it.
within striking
Let's
range.
see what would happen.
Greenhouse at the top,
Down
blue.
just 2 meters away
Red,
from
red.
the final lap.
Then
Greenhouse,
Liebert looking
blue,
strong again,
red,
making a
green,
move.
green,
Donovan
blue,
is struggling.
red,
My good friend
green,
Donovan
and red.
is struggling.
And those are the class 2 boys.
Donovan has
That's
picked
how
up
we really
the
like
last spot for now.
Chapman is looking to
But
pull away.
let's
Blue
see,
House
at the
and
top,
green. Looking to pull away from
Donovan
green.
has started to walk. Come on,
Into
Donovan.
the
And then back up at the top,
meters.
where the real race is.
The athlete
Well, he's not. At least Donovan is ahead of 1.
passing blue again.
He can probably try to catch up now, but it's green, blue, red. It's a good on the final 200 meters. It's a good setup here, a very good setup. I think it's gonna be tight on the final 100. They're making a move. 4 athletes making a move. One of them pulling away from the others, but is he gonna hold on to that lead? No. Blue is trying to catch up. Yes, it's going to be tight. Second placer is making a move. This is good. This is a great move. He goes ahead of him as if he's in reverse. What a move by Shandon. Shandon made a late move and passed him as if he was in reverse. That was a serious move by Shandon. For all intents and purposes, Shandon was beaten. And here comes Liebert. Certainly completing the race this time. And here's a race. Here's a race on here again. Here's another race. Red and red. But Shandon, for all intents and purposes, was beaten. But then, the final 20 meters or so. Well, Donovan gave up. Oh my goodness, Donovan gave up. I thought that Donovan had beaten 1, but Donovan hasn't beaten 1 at all because Blue says no way, Donovan. So Donovan will have to finish with a run now. Can he finish with a run? Well, Donovan, let's see you, Donovan.
The greenhouse athletes and the blue house athletes had a little bit long battle, but it ended before.
So Donovan has finished with a walk, but at least he has completed the race. He tried, gave it his best, and he has completed the race. Crowd really building up nicely. So
soon as that race was
yeah, the
completed,
crowd building up really nicely here.
Class 1 girls are now moving into position to do battle in the 800 meters. We have some 9 athletes in this race.
So it's the big girls now, class 1 girls, 800 meters. And let's see how this one works. All of them look anxious and ready to go. So just about to get going. Go up to the line, and it will be twice around the track. It's the big girls, all 9 lanes occupied.
Class 1 girls are off. Some 9 athletes in this race, and I must commend as well
it's
the
a
participation
pretty
level here this
good
afternoon from the
clip for starters.
school. I know normally
It's a good
sometimes
pace.
students get to high school,
moving along nicely.
Hard, but I have to commend the participation.
Looks like green at the top.
Has been quite good.
And then Virgo is closing the gap.
Gingerland Secondary School.
Virgo looking strong in second.
Also been responsible for training.
The others are kind of cruising. Somebody's making a move though.
To see that
But,
9 athletes could be in an event for the 800 meters, 3 representing each of the houses.
Still, we see Virgo has taken the lead, but that lead is short-lived
Record for this race.
because
Our class 1 girls.
we see the greenhouse athlete taking back the lead.
Set by
So
Ornette
green
Smitten. She was
still at the
set
top.
way back in 1982.
Ornette Smitten has a record here from 1982. Idita
1982, this record was set
Archibald has one from 1979. My goodness, those records have been long-lasting. Virgo with a lead, but it's not much of a lead. Red House making a move, strategic move. It's the final lap coming up. Red House looking cool. Red House just sliding along. Virgo seems to be struggling. Red House says, "Get out of my way, Miss Virgo." And, well, not quite. She says, "Miss Virgo, good afternoon and bye." And then we see one of the greenhouse athletes. She has stopped. Red House making a move as well around the bend. Gone past into third now. And then we have the others
And so I believe he's an athlete of blue who is still
passing
out
by. But
front. And as I've been saying
that
all
Red House
afternoon,
athlete at the top
blue has been dominating.
is, well, I'm not sure if it's red, but the shoes suggest that it could be red.
I can tell you with regards
But
to the heat,
Virgo is in second.
heat was won by Red House. The Red House are the heat champions.
So
They
still
got
moving along
874
nicely.
points.
At the top,
In second
nice
position for Heat
sliding
Red House
movements,
with
not
845.
pressuring herself. And will she make a pelt for it as she turned the bend? Yes, she's increasing her pace. She's increasing her pace. There's something about this corner. They seem to just overextend themselves around here. Here goes. She's moving along nicely and might even increase that momentum on the final 100 meters. Here she comes. Large and in charge because Miss Virgo has dropped back badly. And here she comes, not really overexerting herself, but she knows. And everybody here knows that she will take gold. And unless something untoward was to happen, it's confirmed. And here she goes. Red House takes gold. And then Virgo has recuperated sufficiently to finish with a strong run. Here comes Virgo, here flying in the breeze, and it's a strong breeze too. And she takes silver. Then we have red, not being challenged by blue. It's not much of a challenge. Red House will take the bronze medal quite easily in the end. And there she goes. Then blue. Nice little strides. Would cross the line just about now. And then we have an athlete who is tired. She's walking. There might be a little creep up here because Bartlett is coming. Bartlett is coming. Don't say anything. Bartlett is coming. Don't say anything. Oh my goodness, Bartlett has stopped. And she got the memo and she started to run. And she crosses the line now. And then Bartlett will finish. Not too strongly. She's tired. Obviously tired. She has done a lot of running all afternoon too. And there she goes. Crosses the line now. And then we have a sprint here for the finish by a greenhouse athlete. Coming along really nicely. Here she comes and will cross the line just about now. Then we have Red House completing the course. There's Red. Home at last, home at last. So we have one more athlete on the track. And here she comes. Not overexerting herself. She knows what her place is. She made sure that all of the other athletes were in safe. And then she says, okay, now I can come home. And she's happy. She's smiling. She's okay. Actually talking with the guys on the podium, the girls on the podium. And she's okay. She's a sport. She's a
Class 1 girls.
A real sport.
And so that takes care of the 200 meters for the Class 1 girls.
Come to the curve.
Well, we're gonna have the 800 meters for the senior boys, big boys. Hendrickson is in this one, Kai is in this one. Should be a pretty interesting one. They're out of the blocks.
We just have some 6 athletes in this race.
At the top, Kai
And this is the
being chased
senior
now
boys or the
by
Class 1
another
boys
athlete.
of
Hendrickson is in
Gingerland
third,
Secondary.
seems to be in cruise control. And then we have 3 other athletes at the back. But at the top, 3 athletes within close range of each other. So it's Hendrickson. Maybe he might make a late bid later. Or maybe he's going to make it early.
Remember, the athletes have to do the track twice.
But it's still early days yet.
And
so coming around, Blue House. So is it red with a bit of a lead at the top? And then we have 2 other athletes within close range. Kai is one, Hendrickson is the other. And then the others are not far off either. But we have a leader. Is it red? It's a Red House athlete at the top. And then Kai and Hendrickson alongside each other. And, well, whistle goes for the final whistle. Somebody has to make a move now. Well, at least they have to stay close. And I think Kai looks very determined. It looks as if he wants this. He's making a move now, getting closer to the leader. So too is Hendrickson. So both of them closing in on the leader of the pack here, who seems to be tiring. It's a grueling run, this 800 meters, at such a pace, really. So they're closing the gap on him now. 3 athletes, tightly knit. And maybe on the 150-meter mark, we might see a move. The leader has backed off slightly. Will he recuperate? We'll have to wait and see. Now, somebody will have to make a move. Hendrickson and Kai. It's the long and the short of it. It's the long and the short of it. The short of it has the lead. The long of it decides no. So it's the long and the short of it. Final 80 meters. They're both fighting for this gold medal. They're fighting for this gold medal. It's a tight one. It's a tight one. Hendrickson giving it his all. Hendrickson pulls away. Kai settles for silver. That's the long and the short of it. My goodness, what a race. I asked for that kind of a finish. We got it. And then we have some other athletes coming through. There's a bit of a sneak up here, but I think it's too little, too late. Yellow tracks would cross the line now, and white tracks will follow. So we're going to have some cheerleading before we get into the 100 meters. So we're about to have the 100 meters event, and it's going to be the class 3 girls for starters. And this is going to be another fast-paced one.
Event number 30, 100
Some people say that the 4x100 meters events are the most exciting ones. I kind of like the 100 meters flat races. We noticed that the lights have been turned on. They're not all functioning, but some are on, so I don't think anybody would have to be using cell phones tonight. Well, here goes. First race up. Grades, not grade, but class 3 girls. It's going to be a fast one, folks. Don't even blink or you'll miss it.
Set.
On the starters orders, the officer clean start. Who is going to take this one? We see a Blue House athlete moving away. Blue House chasing after her as well. It's two blues. One win, one lose. But two blues making waves at the top. Very good race indeed. So, class 3 girls, rapid race that.
Kelvin Daly and Shelda Huggins. I have some scores after the 800 meters.
So after the 800 meters, the scores being given at a rapid rate. Greenhouse 113 points. Red House 146. Blue House still in the lead. 198 points.
Scores after 800 meters. 100 meters will be the class 3 boys 100 meters. This race is proudly sponsored by the International Merchant.
So it's going to be class 3 boys. Class 3 boys, I don't think young Atherton is in this one. Apparently he has a bit of an injury. So let's see who will take this one. It's gonna be another fast-paced one. 100 meters, always exciting. Here's where all the Usain Bolt started at the high school level. Let's see who's gonna take this one. Who is leading? Well, we have green and a red. Green storms away, red, and then the others. And here's our little friend storming home.
We just have to wait for the official. Looks like green. Green, red, green. We just have to wait for the official.
Always fast paced. And these athletes really quick. And as they develop, they'll only get quicker. The fact that John Prentice is sponsoring this one means that Kylan Prentice is in this one, his daughter. So this is going to be another exciting one. Well, my buddy's here.
Say good afternoon to the size of the crowd that has gathered here.
On the starters orders, just about to get going. Class 2 girls. And it's going to be rapid once more. We're having some seriously good races so far. This event has progressed nicely. The rain has stayed away for the most part. Here they go. Who is leading this one? We have red. Red pulling away. Red, but green is coming alongside. Well.
That's a close one.
That's the kind of race I love. Close at the finish line. It was fast. And we're not sure who took it, but my goodness, it was a good finish.
I believe the officials will have to say who the winner was.
Kylan Prentice takes the goal. Kylan Prentice takes the goal. Kylan Prentice takes the goal. John Prentice must be over the moon. Where's John Prentice?
That race, class 2 girls 100 meters, was sponsored by Bees Painting Services. Touching lives.
John Prentice is supposed to be somewhere around. Maybe he's further down in the crowd. I think he's further down in the crowd. So Kylan Prentice won that last race by a nose. It was a real exciting one.
On your mark.
Now Now we're going to have the Class 2 boys. And the horns are blaring, the crowd anticipating that it's going to be another ring dinger. A little bit of a hush asked for by the starter. They're getting out of the blocks now. Clean start. Who is going to take this one? Well, we have a Green pushing his way. But look at this. Look at this. Another close one. Well. Another tremendously close race.
Blue House taking that one. I told you they are.
And whenever we have the inter-high meet, it's going to be really exciting because Charlestown has some really good athletes as well. And we're going to have the Class 1 girls. This is where the big girls play. It's going to be another tight finish. It's going to be another exciting race as the shadows lengthen across the Mondo. They're going to light up the track now. Not quite ready. And the starters orders once again. Just about to get going. So still a bit of a pause, making sure that they're properly lined. They're off and running. Let's see who's going to take this one. Well, it looks like Lanny. Lanny takes it with ease. Lanny takes it with ease. So it wasn't a really tight race this time. It was just Lanny's race.
Gingerland Secondary School.
Taking it with ease on that occasion.
Senior girls, Class 1 girls, 100 meters, race sponsored by Miss Zanella Claxton, International Merchant Bank Limited, and Vanel Beal.
A record, there wasn't a record, but nonetheless, they missed the record by some 2 point something seconds.
Now, this race may have Ken, Jaden Hendrickson, Kai. I think Take One should be in this one. This should be really exciting. So we also have Jarek in this one. This is going to be an interesting one. Jarek, Hendrickson, Ken. I think Ken is in this one. I'm not sure. But whoever is in this one, it's going to be rapid. And if you're reviewing this at home, don't fall asleep. Don't even blink. It's going to be that quick double gun. Somebody jumped the gun. They're anxious. And then there's Dale's son is in it as well. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's quick too. This is going to be rapid. This is going to be a really serious race. They're going to start again. I'm not sure if lane 8 got a warning just now, but there was a mention of lane 8 from starter Kervin Wallace. Let's see what happens this time around. A little bit of a hush. This is probably the big race for the day. Don't blink. They have a clean start now. They have a clean start. Anybody leading? Well, it looks like Joe Rick. No, not quite. Somebody else is in the mix. My goodness. What a race. I haven't seen him all afternoon.
He came out of nowhere. I tell you, yes, this is making the inter-high interesting. We must be here for the inter-high, the 1st and 2nd of March.
Well, my goodness, that was a serious race. My goodness, where did he come from? Haven't seen him all afternoon. Well. He just ran away from the pack. Well, well, well. I was calling names, but he wasn't in the mix. But he's certainly in the mix. He's the star. He is the star. He ran away from champion athletes and left them stranded. Well, well, well. Apparently he didn't run any other race, but just left this one. This is the one he waited for. This is the one he was resting for. And he cleaned it up. And you have athletes like Abdul and Young Dale and Jaden and Take One and Jorik, and he just tore away from them. Well, well, well. Inter High would be a terrific one. We're going to hear about the class champions. Class 3 girls, Chantel Freeman of Red House, 33 points.
Class 3 boys, Sumaru Atherton of Blue House with 33 points. Class 2 girls, class champion, Kylan Prentice of Greenhouse with 36 points. Class 2 boys, Isaiah Chapman of Blue House with 33 points. Class 1 girls, Tajane Wilkin of Red House with 23 points. And Class 1 boys champion, Jaden Hendrickson of Red House with 24 points. So since we are still getting ready for the 4x4 meter relays,
I think we just have 2 more races for the day. So the Victress Ladorum has already been adjudged, and 2 more races to go. Kylan Prentice of Greenhouse is the Victress Ladorum. And the Victor Ladorum.
And we have a tie for Victor Ladorum.
We have a tie for Victor Ladorum.
Samaru Atherton
and Isaiah Chapman.
And both scoring 33
Both getting
points.
33 points. Well, it's going to be the penultimate race of the day. And it's the 4x400 meter relay. It means that each athlete will go around the track once, pass off the baton. That in itself is a grueling run because it's going to be fast paced and only the best will do. So let's see who will take gold in this one.
Set.
Off
Off the
and
goal,
running.
it's the 4x4.
Red House chased by Green at a good clip. Green going at a very good clip here.
Junior girls.
Remember, she has to go around the track.
Record set in 2002.
And, going at a pretty good clip.
4 minutes
400
28.56
meters.
set by Blue House.
Blue not far behind,
And our 3 athletes.
but Red still holding a
They've been
bit
doing
of a
400
lead.
meters. Red seems to have a slight advantage.
But closing the gap
Followed
now,
by
Green.
and then Blue.
Green and Blue right on the
Green
heels
seems to
of
want
Red.
to overtake.
So Red,
Closing in
well,
now. And the athlete
Green
of
has
Red
taken the
wants to
lead.
overtake now. Blue is still there cruising, and remember,
So
of
Green
course,
with a bit of
Blue
a
has
lead.
been dominating all afternoon, whether or not
Red
he was
is in
dominating
second,
4x4
Blue
races,
in
we
third.
will wait and see.
Red trying to
Our
come back.
athletes here,
Encouragement from the
first
crowd.
team north are anxious. They're anxious to get
Pulling
back.
away is Green.
But it looks like
Definite
Green,
lead here, Green.
Red and Blue.
And
It's a
Green
close
will
run.
pass off
For the
first.
first
It's a
handoff.
good run, good, nice clip.
Green hands
And a
off.
little bit of a bubble there with the
Blue
baton
hands
pass.
off.
And
now
then Red
is
comes
about to
in,
hand off.
gets it now. She has to try to catch up. And
4x4
at the
style.
top though,
Gingerland Secondary
is the,
2025 Athletic
I think, Greenhouse athlete. She still has a bit of a lead.
They love
More
the
than a
athlete
bit of a lead. The
Sheldon
lead has
Clark
been
and Romaine
lengthened,
Clark.
even though she had a slight bubble grabbing the
Meantime,
baton.
they still have Greenhouse
She's still
out
leading
front,
for the
but not by
moment.
a huge margin by any means.
So there she goes, still moving along nicely. But just look at the second placer. She is closing the gap ever so slightly. This could be interesting.
She's looking a little stronger. And so she's
This
closing
could be
the gap.
interesting.
Wow.
This could be interesting because that gap has been closed. Look at it now. She has overtaken her. So, Blue, they have been champions all afternoon. Again, they're dominating in terms of this particular event, 4x4.
So they must be tired. But in the meantime, Blue has
But Blue passes off now.
Blue now takes that
And
back.
then it's going to be
This is an athlete who would have won a race this afternoon.
Red House,
So
I
she's
think.
still looking
No,
good.
Green passing
Green
off
takes
now.
the back now.
And then Red House will pass off.
So it's
Can she
now
catch up?
Blue, green, and red.
Well,
Red would have closed the
it's
gap.
a long way to go. At the top,
But Blue has
and
a
looking in
very
control.
healthy lead.
It looks like, is that O'Connor?
Young Connor at
Looks
Blue
like O'Connor.
is a
And
very
she's
healthy
pulling
man.
away.
And of course, you know,
And
she's an overall athlete, she's also
Green
a
is
very
being
good swimmer.
closed in now by Red. Red closing in on Green.
So it's now Blue
So
and Red seems like it's going to
that's a nice little close up there by Red. Green still not giving up though. But
Yes, Red
can't help it.
overtakes
She
Green.
goes past her. But back at the top, it's Connor. O'Connor.
Red and green.
Here she comes. Rushing down the final 80 meters, 60 meters, 40 meters. She's going to pass off first, without a doubt. And she has given her team a really good lead. Here she goes. Blue takes it now. And out of the blocks. And it's going to be Red now. Anxious to get it.
Red is going to pass off any
So
moment
here
now.
goes. Passes off. No, Red House. She's a great athlete
Then
too.
now here comes green.
She's pushing out. Green takes it. She's out of the blocks quickly too. Now, how quickly can they go? Because it's a lot of catching up to do. But at the top, it's all Blue. For the moment, it's all Blue.
So Blue look like it's going to take
But
this
Red
one hands
is
down.
moving nicely though. Red, can she close the gap sufficiently?
Blue,
But
Red,
that
green.
Blue House athlete doesn't seem as if she's tiring. I think Red would be hoping that she could just flag out. But I don't think so. It's on the final 100 meters now. Final 100 meters. Final 60 meters now. Here's Blue coming home to take the 4x400 females race.
It's red and it's green. Well done, Blue House.
Blue House.
Well done, Blue House.
And then we have
running like real champions today.
Red House.
Blue, red,
And then we have.
Sponsors for this event.
Well, I did say the penultimate race, but I think it's going to be 4 races in total for the 4x4 and not 2. I don't think it's an all-age thing. I think we have had junior girls, then we're going to have junior boys, and then senior girls and senior boys.
Lawrence, St. Clair, and
Event number 47, 4x400 relay junior boys. Our record 40 more events.
So the races could have been completed earlier, but all of a sudden the clouds shifted towards Saddle Hill, and down came the rain, and everybody cataflang really. Got out of the way quickly, so there was a little bit of a break, and so we're back to complete the 4x4s.
on your mark.
So the junior boys now, it's their turn, 4x400. Then we'll have the senior girls and then the senior boys. Just about to get out the blocks now.
Set. Stand up.
I think there's a gun problem, starting gun.
Done, DJ.
I think the gun has been muted, so they'll get that sorted out shortly.
Blue 5, red 4.
The starter's gun has been sorted out, and they're on the starter's orders once more.
Set. And they're off.
Out of
4
the
by
blocks
4.
now. And
Lane 5
yeah,
is blue.
red
Lane 4 is
chasing
red.
half
Lane
the
3 is green.
blue, I think it is, or green at the top.
Let's
I'm
see
not
what
sure.
will happen. Red
But
and
red now closing the gap
blue.
on
Red and blue.
I think.
Green in lane number 3.
So
Red has passed blue.
red is in the lead for
See
the
what will happen
moment.
as they come into the
And,
200
you get
meters
the
as they
impression as if
approach
blue is going to try to make a comeback.
the finishing line to hand off their first
Slight lead here for red
pass.
for the moment.
Red
Slight lead.
still out
And
front,
that has increased
followed by blue and
as
then
it increases a little more. Red stretching out
There's
those
the junior
legs.
boys.
Blue seems to be struggling. So red
Just
seems
50
more in
meters
control
before red could
as he's
find
going
their
to
first
pass off the
button
button first.
Red,
Blue seems to be
blue,
cruising really.
and green.
So red will pass off the
As
button
red
just
comes
about.
to his first
No,
handoff.
there's a little
Number
red. He
27
takes it.
off
He's out
red.
of the blocks.
He's off.
And
Blue.
another little blue. He's going to
out
chase
of
after
the
that
blocks.
red.
We're still waiting for green
And then
for
green.
the first handoff. As the
He's
red
now seen.
is about some
And
30
he's
meters
going to
away
pass
from
off.
blue.
Stephen
And
is
green
the
yet
name.
to move.
Passes
Green
off. A
has
little
just handed
stumble
the
there.
baton. Green is
But at the top
some
is red.
100 meters behind blue.
So
Blue
red
some 50
still has a
meters
good
now
lead.
away from red. Red is
And,
looking good, but blue is staying there.
Moving along nicely.
Green, let's see if green could make
Still
up
has that lead.
in the end. As red approaches and moves
So
from the 200
red it
meter mark,
is with the
coming
lead.
into the
Red
150,
moving along nicely.
close to the
Blue
100,
is
and
chasing
he
for all
will
his
give
worth,
his
but there's
second
no way he's
handoff
going to catch red.
to his athlete.
So red it is. Coming down now, the
Green
final
is
40
still
meters or
150
so. He's
meters
going
away.
to pass off that
In the
back
meantime, red
momentarily.
just another 20 meters and he will make the second handoff.
So red it is.
And he
Passes
does
off the
that.
back now.
Number 34
This athlete has
takes
done
the
well all
baton
afternoon
from
as well.
27, and he's out
Let's
of the
see how
blocks. So
quickly the others can get
making
their
his second
baton.
handoff.
Blue
And
gets
he
it.
does.
Blue is on.
Blue.
Blue is gone now.
And
And
green
then
is still
green has to wait
struggling
patiently.
somewhat, but he'll make
So
it.
here's green coming through
In
to
the
pass off the
meantime,
baton.
Red is way out
He
front.
is gonna pass off
Green.
just about.
His second handoff,
No.
and he makes it now.
He needs an aeroplane
And let's see
or a
if he can
helicopter,
make
an
up
Uber.
the stretch of blue.
And
Red.
at the top,
Comfortable
red is way out
in
front.
front by some 80 meters.
So going along
And
nicely
he's just
is red.
running at a nominal speed. As he
Red it
realizes
is. And
the other person is way behind him. As he
Coming around now, red.
80 meters.
Here he comes, Red House with a very good lead indeed. I think they could walk the rest and win this race.
Still some meters away, also Green. Green is looking
But
to
then
make
again, Green has
make up some
Donovan,
distance on Blue.
so who
Let's see
knows?
what they have
Donovan
in
might
the
catch
red.
up.
And,
Final baton pass,
number
Red
25
goes.
of Red. As he cruises
Donovan
along
can't
in
wait.
lane
He
one.
wants to catch up.
Blue
Donovan is
still
begging for the
somewhat
baton.
behind.
Oh,
Green
Donovan
is
wants
trying
that
to make up
baton.
some grounds
I
on
think it's
Blue.
going to be interesting
Let's see
from
what
here
will
on
happen.
because once Donovan
Green
gets that baton,
take Blue.
it's trouble in the
It's
camp.
looking good here.
Here's a
Green
little bit of a
has
push
made up
here.
some grounds.
Green now.
And
Let's
of
see.
course, it's
Donovan
Green
has his
is doing
race
that
now.
lead.
Let's go,
Green
Donovan.
Green.
Let's go,
Let's see what will
Donovan.
happen.
Donovan like a jet plane. But will he cash out? Will he cash out though? Will he cash out? Donovan gone past him like he's in reverse. But just wait. I think Donovan will cash out, you know. Donovan is going to cash out, you know. I have a sneaking feeling. I have a sneaking feeling because the other guy is chasing after him. But meantime, here's Red House with the goal. We're going to get back to Donovan shortly. Can Donovan hold on with all that speed? Donovan couldn't wait for that button. And when he got it, oh, Blue has gone past Donovan. Donovan has cashed out. Oh, my goodness. Donovan with all that speed. Donovan has cashed out. Oh, that's so sad. Donovan has cashed out. And Blue it is. Blue is coming. Blue is coming. So Blue will take the silver. Donovan roared out of the track, out of the blocks like a jet plane, but came in as if he would have crashed. But it was a good effort by Donovan. Well done by Donovan. At least he didn't stop.
He couldn't finish. But we still say congratulations to the athlete. Mommy, is that so? I didn't mean to make me mommy cry, but
Been found on the field and is presently at the DJ's tent. All right, Sandra Kala Singh.
This is the penultimate race, and I think Kylan Prentice, the Victress de Durham, is going to start for Green. And I already heard John Prentice in the background saying, "There we go." So she would want to establish a good lead for Green. So we're going to look at the pace at which she starts this race and completes it. They're off. Clean start. For the moment, Red at the top. But Kylan is moving along nicely. After all, she's the Victress de Durham. She's a champion athlete here at GSS for this year. And here she goes, going past her already. Red House trying to hold on. But Kylan Prentice is saying that I want this, I'm going to pass off my baton first. And besides that, I'm going to establish a bit of a lead. So she's pulling away. Red House is backing off now. But Prentice pulling away. And here she comes. Here she comes. Prentice it is. Her dad waving his hand, fanning her on. There she goes. Prentice with a good lead now. And she's going to pass off that baton just about. No. Passes off the baton. Green is gone. Prentice is good. And Red is going to pass off just about. No. Red House is. Oh, a little bubble. And then the other athlete passed off as well. That was Virgo.
Green has a very, very healthy lead.
But at the top is Green. Green moving along nicely.
Blue has now moved into position number 2.
So Green
out front by about maybe
still with a long lead. I think the big challenge is between Red and
so the two athletes in blue and red will have a but the athletes will still want to do well.
So the real competition is between the two behind, but none for this
So they will
leader.
be fighting for the finish.
Green
In the meantime, Green is about
finishes
to hand off now.
strongly.
She's way
Superb
out
finish.
front. By
Passes
more
off
than
now.
100 meters. Green hands off now.
Gone like the wind.
And it will take a miracle for Green not to win this penultimate event.
So
Out front by more than 100 meters.
we have blue and red yet to pass off their batons.
Greenhouse. Out front by more than 100 meters. What a stretch this is from Green.
Closing in now red.
Is this a little bit too late?
Goes past blue.
So it's now red
Her
and
teammate applauding the
Looking very
effort.
tired. Red
Passes
hands
off
on,
now.
Blue hands up.
Blue gets the pass off as well. So
So the battle for second
rushing
and third
around the
is
track
on.
now.
I
Blue
believe
trying to
there's
catch up
already
on
a
red.
clear winner even before the final
Where
round.
is the lead?
Unless something miraculous takes place,
Green it is.
this lead cannot be cut.
Here's Green. Oh, she's miles ahead.
In the final
And
stage
she's
of
going to
the
pass
action,
off
almost
for the
walked
last
away
time.
the race. Such a
And
healthy
I
lead
think
now.
that the greenhouse athlete could literally walk the
Such a
remaining
healthy lead.
400
She
meters
slowed down
and win.
considerably, but she has the
But that
lead.
has been a good run.
And now the final
Now
pass
Green
off.
goes out of the blocks. That's a
Athlete of
good
Green
clip.
takes the final baton.
And she continues to stretch that lead.
This lead, I believe, is insurmountable at this time.
Red House has just
But at
turned the
same
bend.
time, she has set the pace. She's running
Blue
very, very well.
is behind
This is
her
the final
within
leg
striking
of the
range,
penultimate event.
but no real
Out
big
front by
effort
over 200
to catch up
meters
as yet.
now.
But Red will pass off before Blue.
So here comes red, and here comes blue. I believe
This
this
is a real
close one
competition
for
between
second and
these two.
third.
They get it almost simultaneously.
Blue takes.
They're going to chase after each other.
Practice for second and third.
Well,
Absolutely,
I
you
think
cannot challenge for first.
it's going to be
Not this
interesting.
time.
But where's the first placer?
No challenge whatsoever
First
for the
placer
position
is
one.
going to take this with ease.
But it looks like red is going to maintain
So-
that second position. She's looking quite good.
Here she comes.
But blue is running well
Here
too.
she comes.
Can't take your eyes off of blue.
And
Red is tiring.
this is it.
But in the
Champion
meantime, Green comes home.
Green.
Green comes home for the victory. Well done, Green.
Now the
Well
competition
done. By over 200 meters.
for second place is well and truly on.
Absolutely fantastic for the athletes.
And I think
of
that
Green.
Williams is in
An
this
excellent
one.
race.
Mommy's cheering loudly.
And if we had that kind of momentum and speed
But,
from Green this afternoon,
let's
they would
see.
have won the event.
Here she comes. Pushing now to the finish.
After this, we have one final event.
And here she comes.
And so here comes
To take
red
the
now for
silver.
second. And blue
Takes the silver
takes the third.
comfortably.
Red second, blue
And
third.
then Williams comes through.
And our big boys,
She has done well.
the senior boys,
Completes the
are ready to do
race.
battle now. This will be the final event of the afternoon.
So Reina obviously tired. She has completed the race.
To support the Gingerland
It's the final race for the day. 4x400 meters, senior boys. And these guys would have been battling all afternoon against each other. More talk about bragging rights now. So let's see who will pass off the baton first. Clean starting off with this final race for this afternoon.
It's the
So
senior boys 4x4 competition. Red, green, and blue.
movements,
This
two
one should come
behind,
down to the
one
This should be interesting.
leading. I'm not sure the colors right now.
They go up to the 200-meter mark. Red
That
is still
area
out
is
front.
extremely dark.
Blue, green. And let's see what would happen
And
as
they have on
come
dark
in
clothing
of
already.
The final 80 meters. This would be.
But at least you
the
could kind of see the
handed
shadow
over, determination here. This
coming
evening.
around now.
As Red is pulling out. Blue is looking
At a
good.
good
Green
pace.
stay there.
Good movements
They
by
should
the
finish
athletes.
close. Green.
Good movements by the two athletes at the top. Oh, he's pulling away, Red. Red is pulling away. Red is pulling away. But being chased and passes off now. Shandon, oh, Barton has been dropped, but he grabs it quickly. But Shandon is gone. And then Green. So Red dropped the baton. Shandon is gone. But Red is chasing after him. Red is giving it his all. Shandon still with the lead.
Let's see what will happen. Red is making some grounds in blue. Green is also making up some grounds in
coming
red.
across nicely.
So this will come down to the wire.
Shandon being chased now by Red. Red is closing the gap on Shandon. Red is closing the gap, but Shandon pulls away. Shandon decides to pull away, but Red is still chasing. Red is still chasing. Shandon still moving, but Red is giving it his all. Red closing the gap. Shandon is giving it his all. Red closing the gap. Battens are being passed. No, take one. He takes one, Batten. But he's been chased here. It's a good race on. My goodness. Red House passes, take one. But can he hold on? Because he has used a lot of energy up to this point. It's going to be exciting for the finish, folks. Fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts because Blue is coming back. Blue has come back. My goodness, Blue has come back. Red has cashed out. And Blue moving away nicely here. Take one. Has probably taken two. My goodness, what a finish. Take one, pass it off. No, can't wait. Kai, gone. No, Jaden will be chasing after him. My goodness, here's Jaden flying around the track. This could be good. And Green coming along now to pass off. No, at the top, Kai is moving along. He knows that Jaden is coming for him. So it's the long and the short of it again. It's the short in front and the long behind. But it's a longish lead. Kai is going to take this. Jaden will have to settle for the silver because Kai is coming home for Blue. Here he comes. Great run. And here comes Jaden Hendrickson to take silver. And where is the third placer?
They would have done well. And Green is just about another 100
here
meters
comes the third place to Green.
He would conclude the 4x4
in the dark here at the Mondo. The light's not the brightest, but here comes one of the bright spotlights for Green, taking the bronze. And that officially concludes the meet. It has been an exciting event here at the Mondo. And I think we'll get the final scores. So hopefully we'll get the final scores in a wee bit.
We were very pleased with what we saw in terms of the for putting on a fabulous 2025 athletics sports meet here at the Nevis Athletic Stadium. Congratulations once again to our patrons, Romain Clark and Sheldon Clark, who are outstanding athletes. We want to say a big thank you to you, the spectators who came out in your numbers, and I must say credit and commendation as well to the officials who did a marvelous job in ensuring that the meet was run very well, very efficient in terms of getting the races off, and all in all, Dow and Roper, I think it has been a great afternoon here. Roper, you're part of the staff of Gingerland Secondary, so kudos and congratulations to you. Kudos and congratulations to the principal, the deputy, and of course all the sports officers, the entire staff, compliment, and of course our athletes. Our athletes, you're the one who made this afternoon a fantastic afternoon here at the Mondo Track.
I just want to say a special thank you to all the sponsors, everyone, all the businesses, all the individuals, everyone who came on board to ensure that this event occurred. And since we're waiting on the final scores, let me tell you about the class champions once again. Class 3 girls, Shondell Freeman of Red House with 33 points. Class 3 boys, class champions, Samara Arthurton, Blue House with 33 points. Class 2 girls, Kylie Prentice, Greenhouse with 36 points. Class 2 boys, Isaiah Chapman, Blue House with 33 points. Class 1 girls, class champion, Tejane Wilkin of Red House with 23 points. And Class 1 boys, class champion, Jaden Hendrickson of Red House with 24 points. Victrix Ladorum, Highland Prentice of Greenhouse with 36 points. And we have 2 Victor Ladorums, Samira Arthurton and Isaiah Chapman, both of Blue House, and both scoring 33 points.
Eric, the defending champions, Green. From the first race, they looked a bit not ready.
Not up to par.
Let me put it that way, not up to par.
I think they were probably relaxed too much, I'm not sure.
Being the defending champions, I believe they came in with the whole idea that they would have won last year, and of course this will be a breeze this year.
I don't think the fighting spirit was there from the Green Giants, that's what they're called, Roper.
Yes. So I just got a message. The final scores are in. The final scores for the Gingerland Secondary School Sports for 2025. Okay.
All right. Yes, as I was saying, Brian, I don't think the Greenhouse athletes came with that fighting spirit this afternoon. We saw it from Blue. From the get-go, it looked like Blue came with a mission. Blue came third in heats. And they came with a mission this afternoon. And listen, we are going to take the sports champion. So kudos and credit to Blue House. You came with a mission. You performed creditably. You did it. Where the final scores are not in yet, but I believe you did it.
Well, we have the final scores, Eric, but we're just delaying it for a little bit.
We have the final scores now. What are your impressions of the meet this afternoon?
The meet this afternoon, Eric, it was exceptional. The athletes turned out, whether green, blue, or red, and the athletes, the male and female, the victor and victress, of course, they deserved every bit of it. They take a bit further than that. NISS is back, so we have 3 high schools.
Every commendation and every credit. Delison, let's get the final scores.
Final scores for the 2025.
So we have the final scores.
Sports being held at the Nevis Athletic Stadium.
They have delayed them for quite a while. Greenhouse 168 points. Greenhouse 168, the defending champions. So Greenhouse 168. Greenhouse 168 points. In second, Red House 185 points. Red House 185 points. And the champions, as you would have figured out already, Blue House, 200 and what? We'll tell you in a moment.
Sports meet is the Blue Jaguars.
They're jumping. 263 points. 263 points. It's a bit of a bloat. It's a bit of a bloat as we leave you from the Nevis Athletic Stadium.